Hi everybody, Eric here, Ohio Picker. A lot of citywide garage sales this weekend, a couple of state sales. It's only Saturday afternoon. Picked up a ton of stuff, so I'm just going to do a greatest hits from this weekend here and just show you a few of my favorites. Turn you around here and we'll get started. Alright everybody, like I said, citywide garage sales this weekend for the city over next to where I live, and few state sales. I can't, at the end I'll tell you kind of what I paid for it. I don't really know because I picked up stuff at several different places and I can't even remember what I all paid for everything. But we'll start here. Little Eagle oiler. I got plenty of oilers, but that one's got the logo on it. Picked that up. Another one with a label on it. Nowera trigger oiler. Picked that up. Always a sucker for the water nozzles. This one I don't was old and different. That kind of on-off valve there. And there's a Craftsman. It's got some beef to it. It's super heavy. Picked that up. Thought it was neat. Two little mini oilers. Picked them up. And this. I picked this up, and when I picked it up, I just threw it in my little bundle of stuff I was accumulating, and I thought it was a very strange looking, extra big water nozzle. And when I got it home and looked at it, it is not a water nozzle. It is a telescope. A very old telescope. And it's got a marking on it that says, I think maybe someone's name. Not real sure, but I'll try to get it to focus in there. But a very old telescope. And then on the side end here, it's got a little cover. Go over to the site to look through it. See that? Not a Mariner. This first telescope I think I've ever had in my life. When you look through it, you can see real far off, but what you're looking at is upside down. I don't know if that means it's broke, if that's how it's supposed to be. If there's anybody that has been out at sea and knows anything about these old telescopes, enlighten me. But it is super cool for what I thought was a super cool water spigot, water nozzle, but cool. Don't know, I don't think I'm going to clean it up because it's only going to be like what it is right now once, so I'll just leave it like that. This is just a little cast aluminum spinny table thing from the King Spin, guaranteed product manufactured by Gilmore Campbell, 2700 Erskine, Detroit, Michigan, 48207. I don't know what it's for, what the intended purpose was for, but it was unusual. Price was right And if anything, I can put it on there and entertain myself and know that it was a good day picking. So that's some stuff that I picked up there. 4 adjustable wrenches, dirty and crusty, need cleaned up. This one is the best out of all of them. It's a Proto 6-inch click stop, good shape. This one I picked up because I never heard of this. Herbrand's adjustable wrench, made in the USA. It's an 8-inch. I'm gonna do some research, but old Herbrand, he had some adjustable wrenches back in the day, and even though it's crusty, still moves. And then, because I love them, super adjustable J.H. Williams. Froze up. We'll need some extensive restoration on that. 10-inch, I think. Yeah, 10-inch. And a 12-inch Williams. Just Williams, no J.H. Williams. And this is kind of neat, because this I know came from an estate sale. And the person that had the estate sale had, I think, every tool imaginable. And he had a little small metal lathe down in his shop in his basement. And you can see, I believe that he probably made this new gear, because it stands out. It's nice and shiny, and you still see the mill marks on it. So all the rest of it's crusty, but that's a brand new gear in there. That's pretty cool. Tight and crusty and dirty, but I picked them up because I don't see them very often. You probably can't see it, but it's a Red Devil. That's why I picked them up. I don't see Red Devil very often in my area. A few more pieces for the J.H. Williams collection. Right, about a 5-inch, half-inch drive extension, a 13/16 half-inch drive 12-point socket, a 3/4 inch half-inch drive 12-point socket. I think them are both impacts. A 9/16 deep well Williams 12-point half-inch drive socket. To add to the J.H. Williams collection that's coming along pretty good. Bonding wrench, half-inch 9/16. Another one I don't see very often in my area is Bonnie. So pick that up. It was the one lonesome one there. Never see sets. Don't see Bonnie very often, but pick that up. And Velcheck, half-inch 7/16. Velcheck actually was a Cleveland company. Some owner's marks there on the back. Pick that up. I have 2 of these. This makes the 3rd. Little 10-piece socket set, brushed steel, reversible ratchet, tempered alloy, 3/16 through 7/16. They're all about in this kind of shape, but this is the only one that has everything there. Got the ratchet, got the extension, and all the sockets. Cleaned it up yet, but pretty neat. And got a little hanger there, hang on the wall. So got that little drill index, 1/16 to 1/4 by 1/64 increments. Holt St. Paul. Got that because I have a Holt toolbox that was my father-in-law's, and so that's why I picked this up. Actually, most of the drill bits are actually in there. Only one that's missing is the 1/4 inch, and I will put that into my father-in-law's toolbox that he left me. I picked up this micrometer. I don't think it's very accurate because when it's closed up, it is not on the 0. But not calibrated, but price was right. JT Slocum and Company, Providence, Rhode Island, USA. Like I said, this is just a section of the miscellaneous baskets full of stuff I picked up this weekend. I did a lot of bundling. This is kind of like the greatest hits, kind of my favorites. Sabina, Ohio. Mac V5R, 1/2 inch drive, ratchet. Works like the day it was made. Even though I believe that I was probably just a thought in my parents' brains when this was made. So I definitely probably wasn't around on the day this was made. But it is super cool. Pair of pliers there. Krauter. That's why I picked them up. I know lots of you folks out there follow YouTubers collect Krauter. I've been talking about I got a new shed / garage coming. That's why I do most of my videos. I'm out here in the garage. I'm kind of packed into my current garage. I got an update, and it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks. They say it'll be here. The Amish are building it, and I have to, when I call to get an update, I call and I leave a message on the phone. And since the Amish don't have phones, every evening, I guess, he goes to where there is a phone and checks the messages, and then he'll call me back once a day when he's there, and he utilizes the phone. They don't have phones in their homes. So when I talked to him, he said 2 weeks. He was a little behind schedule because they've been building a lot of chicken coops. So tells me 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna have to move a ton of my stuff from my garage to my new shed, and I'm gonna be thinning out some stuff. Maybe sending some care packages out. And there we go. On to the next thing here. Genuine original Irwin bits. Wilmington, Ohio, Irwin Auger Bit Company. Original box, that's why I got it. Crusty and dirty, it have been used, but I'm a sucker for the original box. I just thought that was super cool. Bore's 5/8 to 1.5 inches. So, pick that up. This, I know, came from the same estate sale that I picked up that Williams wrench with the replaced gear in there. eXcLite nut drivers in this little original case. Thought that was super neat. Picked that up, and then at a garage sale I found an eXcLite 7/16, the next size up from where this stops. So, big brother to the set. And I want to get excited over little stuff, but this is one of the coolest things that I found in a while. One of my little favorites. Let's see. Comparison here to a socket. Size comparison to a regular size pair of pliers. Herbrand. Little mini pliers. Extra dirty, neat cleaned up. I've seen these little mini pliers, a ton of them. I'm sure everybody else has too. A lot of times they got a little key ring thing on them. And they almost always, 99% of the time, say Hong Kong. And that's what I thought these were going to say when I picked them up. But they say Herbrand, Fremont, Ohio, USA. And that just kind of made my whole day. You find these tiny little pliers from Fremont, Ohio, marked Herbrand. So it's the smallest things that make me, that or can just brighten your day. Alright, old tape measure with the price tag still on it, kind of half worn off, but I liked it because it was Western Auto Supply. I'll probably get that sticker off there. You can't read it, there's nothing left of it. I think it says Westcraft something white underneath the label. True Zero hook in USA. And pretty cool. And since I have an affliction for tape measures, this is brand new in the box. Lufkin tape measure in the original box, and I liked it because it's Measure All, MEZURALL, Lufkin Measure All. And another in the box, original tape measure, Atlantic Easy Wind shockproof metal case, white steel rule, 100 feet. In the box, in the cloth bag, super shiny, brand new tape measure. 100 feet of happiness right there. Put her back in the nice little bag. Back in this box. I've seen this did come from an estate sale, because I had seen the pictures beforehand of what they had, and I could only see that much of it in the estate sale pictures, and I went to this estate sale, which I'll show you I'll post the pictures of what I got there at the end of the video, because I already kind of put them in my little showcase. But I went to this estate sale because they had some Atlas oil can Atlas actually transmission leak cans, which is Atlas products, was sold by Sohio, and Sohio was my first job. Sohio gas station, and the products that they sold was Atlas. They sold Atlas tires, Atlas windshield washer fluid, Atlas whatever. And so, being that I only could see that much of it in the ads, and I already knew that there was some Atlas transmission leak stopper, I thought this might also be Atlas too. But I was able to get the transmission fluid Atlas, and I found another Sohio item and a Sohio road map, and that's what I went to this estate sale for. And it just happened to be that the guy had an awesome collection of tools in his basement, and so I picked up some other stuff too. So it was a double score. This also came from that estate sale. This is W.R. Thorpe and Company, P.O. Box 1686, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74101. Picked it up only because it was neat. I don't know how to use it, but it is a pipe pit gauge, and like I said, it was neat and it was unusual, and the price was right, and it went in my bundle, and I liked it, so that's why I got it. This, I think, was all garage sale stuff. Proto Professional ball peen hammer. This is some extra crusty stuff, but it was neat and I liked it, so that meets my criteria. I liked how this handle was fit, came up here and was fit in between this. It's like a little, I don't know, for some steel work, maybe welding, body work. Flat blade there on one end, white, this blue paint. Rusty, needs cleaned up, but unusual, and I thought it was really neat the way that handles fitted in there. So into the pile it went. This one's got a broken handle, but again, I thought it was neat. Got this sort of spike of a handle. Figured, you know, I don't know, body work, maybe welding or something. I thought it would come in useful to get it cleaned up for straightening out little metal boxes, tool boxes. But picked that up. Picked up an empty SK box. SK metric. I got some pieces that I can put in there. The box is like new. A little tiny bit of surface rust on the front of it there, but that label is like perfect almost on the inside. So I grabbed that. I picked up an old logo Craftsman utility knife and some blades to go with it. 79 cents at Sears back in the day. I picked up an empty Craftsman metal box case here. Figure out how to open it. Empty socket toolkit case. None came in it. It was just empty. But I have the tools to fill it up. And I will fill that up. Alright. Move some stuff out of the way here, sorry. Alright. I've got I'm not going to try to take them out of there, but an assortment of, find a good one here, Dunlap screwdrivers. A lot of them are kind of duplicates, but I don't know how old they are, but the absence of any Phillips tells me that they may be older. And they may be into the 40s, maybe. Although they do have the plastic handles. But, yeah, I found it interesting that there's two different logos on there, if you can see that. One's like a big block letter. One's, the logo is kind of into an oval shape. The one with the oval shape has got a translucent red knob on the end, and the one with the big block letters, the red is a solid red. They actually look like it's almost like a wood handle, wood knob on the end. Yeah, it almost looks like it's wood. It's a secondary operation or something. They put that knob on the end. But all those are Dunlap. Picked up double box end Dunlap wrenches. Won't go through all the sizes there, but 7/8 down to 3/8 in the double box end Dunlap. I'm in my Dunlap pile. I have a Dunlap toolbox that I picked up somewhere, so they will go into the Dunlap toolbox. And These are also all Dunlap. 3/4 down to 5/16. Double open end. Into the Dunlap collection. This, missing a few sizes, but that's okay. This is another one that put me on the hunt some more to find these missing sizes. But this is one that I don't ever see them in my area, so I picked them up. It was Billings. Billings Lifetime, made in the USA. Combination wrench. So 7/8 down to 7/16. I'm missing the 1/2 inch. 11/16. 13/16. So it's missing some pieces. But like I said, I very seldom see Billings in my area, but they're out there because I found these. But that is kind of, like I said, I'm going to call this my greatest hits for this weekend. Won't be doing any picking tomorrow. Tomorrow's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all you that are fathers. Rest in peace, Dad. I love you and I miss you. Rest in peace to my father-in-law. I love you and miss you too. And everybody just have a great weekend. And we will catch you next time.